Well, I have had a number of requests asking me about the Tesla in the shopping mall accident, where supposedly a Model S was started by a small child, 5-year-old boy, and managed to move forward and hit a baby in a baby stroller. Well, the baby is okay, and stroller, everybody's okay. There's no injuries. It caused quite a stir. What what has been asked of me, I really wasn't going to touch on the story, but I had 15, 16 emails, people asking me about what my opinion is on the story. FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt. I'm just going to go off of... Gene, shh. So, basically in the Tongshu district, right eastern suburb of Beijing, basically they had the Model S's, they had them powered up, which they're technically always powered up. They had, so people could get in and out, play with the screen, and so on and so forth. Let's see, how do they have... Let's just go line item here. The booth was open for all to enter, and the cars were open too for all to enter. Most amazingly, the cars were switched on to show the fancy dashboard electronics. The engine was off, but that was not enough to stop a 5-year-old boy. I'm going to pick this article apart piece by piece here. Number one, engine. No engine. Electric motor. He got in the white car, sat on the driver's seat, and at 13:55 exactly, it's 1:55 p.m. for those of you that don't use the 24-hour format, managed to start the car. For starters, you don't start the Model S. It's just on. Whether or not it's in go mode or not, you have to have that little key fob inside the vehicle. It moved forward 6 meters and crashed straight into a red stroller with a baby inside. The stroller fell over and the baby fell out. Very fortunately, the baby was unhurt. The stroller can be seen just north of the white Model S. Now I'm just reading directly off of what was reported. This is Car News China, is where I got the English translation from. It was published on March 9th, 2015 by Taichao De Fagitor. I'm not even going to try and... the stroller can be seen. Obviously, you guys can't see it. The mother and child, no doubt shaken and scared, can be seen, blah, blah, blah. Police have announced an official investigation. Tesla has yet to respond. Well, obviously, when it's just happened and you're asking a question, it might take some time to get a response. A local newspaper sent... Gene? You want timeout? Okay, then quiet. A local newspaper sent a reporter to the scene to investigate the situation. The reporter arrived about a half hour after the incident and found that the white car had been locked. The red car, however, was still open and incredibly still switched on. And you can't make this up. There was another kid in the driver's seat with a dad watching this time. And the bonnet was open. Bonnet is the hood. The reporter reported that Tesla has taken the following measures to prevent the cars from being started and moved. A wooden block was stuffed under the brake pedal. And in fact, in China they did have, and you can see, badly see. I recommend you just look up the article yourself. You can see in full color details. They do have a wooden block under the pedals, and they also had a wooden block under the pedal of the white car that was supposedly moved. And in parentheses, the brake pedal needs to be engaged to start the car. There was a sticker on the touch screen saying, "Do not touch." Everybody's going to touch anyways, not that's really going to matter. The wooden block can be seen in the picture in the red car. Tesla personnel in the booth said the same measures were in place on the white car, but that obviously was not good enough. A brake block and sticker was all Tesla did. Someone didn't do their investigating. Where was the key? Was the key in the vehicle? They didn't disable the accelerator. There's no reason to disable the accelerator if you can't put the car into go mode. It's not going to go whether or not the accelerator is disabled or not. Although, if they took the time to put a block of wood under the brake pedal, I suppose a block of wood under the accelerator might have been a good idea too, but they didn't disconnect any flying by wire wires. It doesn't quite work like that with Tesla, but I suppose they could unplug the accelerator. I know when I used to take cars to car shows, I would actually have to unplug, or they forced me to disconnect the throttle cable. They didn't put the electric handbrake on. Electric handbrake. There is no handbrake. There is a parking brake, electronic parking brake, which I can guarantee you the electronic parking brake was indeed on. Unless the car is in go mode, you have 4 brake pads on 2 electronically actuated calipers clamped down onto the rear discs. There's no way they would have the car in a mall. Another point is going to be if the car does not sense anybody in the driver's seat and the car is in neutral, not tow mode but neutral, and the door is open, guess what? Parking brakes apply automatically. So, check that one off this list. They did not do their very good reporting. Let's see, where did we leave off? They didn't put any blocks in front of the wheels. Shouldn't have been necessary. Amazing amateurism. And I would say the same about this reporting. Very amateur. And extremely dangerous, they say. The baby could be dead. Yeah, the baby could be dead. A witness talking to police officers sometime after the accident. Talking about pictures. Note how the white almost killer car is now surrounded by a red line. Yes, they did block off the car. Thank you, Gene. But a red line doesn't stop a little kid who walks right up to it, trying to open the door, but it is really locked. And yes, it was. Let's see. And we end this story with... wow, that didn't print right. With a kid standing in front of the still energized red car. Tesla staff and not answering questions about the Model S, but checks her mobile phone like nothing happened. Now I just printing this on scrap paper, and I printed on the wrong side, so I got words all over it. No point even showing. All right. Since I just finished with the staff member, let's cover the staff member's part. Tesla staff member was not wearing any what they claim was a staff member. Wasn't standing anywhere near the Tesla booth. Okay, maybe 10 feet away. She was checking her phone, but I don't believe it was a staff member. Number one, I just left China about 3 weeks ago. Every staff member at every Tesla location that I visited, every time I saw a Tesla-owned Tesla vehicle that was being driven by a Tesla employee, was wearing Tesla gear. As in, Tesla labeled clothes. Tesla jacket, Tesla shirt. Tesla, Tesla, Tesla. Everywhere. So, why wasn't she? Why was she wearing a white dress? Because it wasn't a Tesla employee. But guess what? It sounded good for the news article. Now let's back up a bit. How did this 5-year-old boy get the car to move? Now, either somebody's lying, someone's trying to make Tesla look bad, or a Tesla employee not only screwed up, but screwed up royally. For starters, 5-year-old boy, no parent around. I can tell you, I have 2 children. I got midget number 1 right here. He's 7. Yep, good boy. Now he's a little small for 7. And then I got midget number 2 in the back. He's 4. I can guarantee you, both of those boys sitting on the driver's seat do not put enough pressure in the right spots to be able to tell the car, hey, someone's sitting here. I can turn on now. How does a 5-year-old boy, and they showed a picture of him, not a very big child, put enough pressure on the driver's seat with the door shut and be able to reach the brake pedal, press it, and put the car into drive? I can't say it won't. I won't say can't be done, but it's extremely unlikely, and it's more unlikely. Or it's even more likely the driver's door was open. Oh, it looks like I just killed another Charimo station. That's a good boy. So, if the door was open, that car wouldn't have even gone 2 feet, which is 2/3 of a. Probably was it 3 feet to a yard, 2.5 feet. Car would have probably went ½ meter before automatically applying the parking brakes. Next, he would have had to pull out the chunk of wood wedged under the brake pedal. But let's not get too far. The initial thing is, where the hell was the key to the car? Huh? Kid can't start the car, the key's not in the car. Here is where we have the issue. If the key was in the vehicle, was it a careless Tesla employee that left it in the car? If so, then it's Tesla's-ish fault, at least initial fault. If not, then how did the kid get the car started? I think the way that everything was reported and all the information on it says this is just too many suspicious things happened to be able to make this just a coincidence. Tesla has pretty strict protocols. Even if it is China, everything is done by the book. At least in my experience when I was just at, mainly I was in Chengdu. I visited the Chengdu store, and I'm still working on editing all the video and everything for that. But you'll all get to see Chengdu, China, the world's largest Tesla store. At least I think it should be. What's it called? I think the one in Amsterdam that just opened might be bigger, but this one's pretty massive in Chengdu. I mean, really, really freaking big. Just on the showroom floor, you could probably fit about 30 cars in there, spaced out properly, and the waiting room is huge. So, I guess that's really all I can say right now is I was just asked my opinion. That's my opinion. I'm sure this video is probably going to get tons of thumbs down. You know, shit happens. But that was my opinion. Why'd you throw your book? All right, that's it. Bye-bye.